at Pac-12 Media Days, Dan Lanning was asked about Colorado leaving for the Big 12. And Lanning was pretty dismissive, being like, I mean, remind me again, what have they won? What have they meant to this conference? What have they done since they got here? And from a purely factual basis, he's not wrong, right? I think it was
No.
like 2016. Colorado maybe randomly won their half of the Pac-12 or something. I think a 10-win season.
Yep.
Maybe they played the championship game. Besides that, they have been wholly irrelevant to the
Hmm.
Pac-12. So I get where Lanning is coming from there, absolutely, and objectively, he's right. The same way that objectively Brent Venables going after Prime was really fucking stupid. Because of course, Venables, you didn't change over the roster in the same way. You took over 4 stars, 5 stars. The only thing, and I'm not saying Lanning's wrong because he doesn't really need to engage in this sort of stuff. But if we're discussing it, the reason why Colorado leaving the Pac-12 is a big deal, again, is not because of Colorado and not
No.
because of what they've done to the guys. It's not because you're losing a USC, a team that had a chance to win championships. It's not because you're losing one of those big brands. It's just the potential domino that starts the chain reaction that leads to the dissolution of the Pac-12. So I mean, Lanning's right. Lanning's right. They have been irrelevant to the conference, but they may be the canary in the coal mine that is signaling the Pac-12's doom.
Well, it's a money issue too, which is part of the whole domino effect you alluded to. Like I think like Colorado as a football team maybe is what he said. Like it hasn't been relevant for the Pac-12 for quite some time, but Deion Sanders is relevant right now to college football. Deion Sanders is relevant to TVs and TV ratings and major networks and getting dollar bills to that conference. Like that's the biggest thing. Like losing Colorado, whatever. Losing Deion, who is going to be on prime time week 1 because of Deion Sanders, not because of Colorado, to
Yeah.
me is the bigger issue. So he moves as a coach, moves the needle when it comes to media, media talk, media discussion, YouTube clicks, hashtags, big network TV. He moves that needle more than any other coach in that conference. That's what you're losing. And that's going to hurt your university at the end of the day, too.
Yeah, and again, Oregon's such a they're going to be fascinating to watch because I know they're presenting a very united front with the Pac-12, but Phil Knight has put a lot into trying to make Oregon football nationally relevant, and they have a quarterback. It looks like they have their coach. Well, forget about the quarterback thing because he's not going to be there long term. They should be really good this year, but my point is more the long term future of Oregon. That is not a school. Phil Knight is not a booster who's going to want to get left in the dust.
No.
He wants Oregon to continue to be relevant, and it's hard to see if you have the mass exodus out of the Pac-12. Where does that put Oregon? Do they accept a rate deal first, like we
They're
said, to
supposed
join
to.
the Big Ten, SEC? Like, we're going.
I would say we should be hearing in the next, I would say, 24 hours. We say this once a week at least. The
I was
Pac-12
about
is
to
supposed to
say.
be releasing what this deal is in the next 24 hours. Read an article yesterday. It was going to be within 48 hours. Now we're in 24 hours. And then Arizona is also meeting as well, their board of regents, to most likely discuss what is going on and what direction they want to go into. So I think we're going to learn a lot about who's staying, who's going, what this deal is, and how that's going to affect everything going on. I mean, the dominoes may really start falling as soon as possibly tomorrow.
You know, at this point, it's the boy who cried wolf, dude. I'll react to the deal when it happens. I'll never forget the entire show we did back in March about the Arizona president saying it was going to be done in a couple of weeks and that it was
Yeah.
going to be a bigger number in the Big 12. So I'll believe when I see it.